Welcome. This is Crimey Queen. If you are joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile, makes us laugh. Hence we say the crimson light is life. So we have been looking at the word sacrifice and mirror. And I'm believing this is my fourth or fifth presentation on the number 10. Now I am really loving the idea of mirror because I had this insight about the mirror and sacrifice are really one and the same. It's as if the word sacrifice, of course, which we have seen that has three aspects to it. It has the reef, it has a hair. Yes, it has three aspects to it. There is the sack, which is the nurturing, the giving, and the loving, and we have the introduction of that which is unconditional love. And then what happens after a while? Of course, we are weaned of this, and there's a reef. We are not happy in the reef. That is the depiction of everything that happens from whether it was in the Garden of Eden and to Hollywood. Okay, but we see that sacrifice seemed to be that template that we have not fully understood the dynamics altogether. Hence, we are on this journey hinging onto that to anchor to get deeper meaning and essence of what we truly are. Now, I say mirror is really the same. It reminds me about the second verse of Genesis of chapter 1, verse 2, when it says, and the God looked upon the face of the deep, and the waters were divided, and God divided the waters from the waters. So basically, they were saying that something had matched. There was a direct match. Of course, this word spirit, for instance, let's look at the word spirit because the spirit of God, this is another thing. So we have spirit, spirit. So this is 17999, just like mirror. Actually, mirror has all these nines as well. Mirror has four nines. Okay, so let's look at 3 9s 27, or let's say 4 9s. Let's do that. 36 and 1 is 37. Okay, so this is 37. Now that has 37 has the direct correlation with the word kingdom. So these are words that all those words are kingdom, because this is what Christ came to die to show us how to get into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so kingdom. Okay, so king, of course, and dome. These are five numerical values, five each. Okay, back to spirit. Now, there is the thing I also like with the word spirit. That in itself seemed to tell us that God looked. It's as if God looked upon the face of the deep. There were two eyes here. There were two eyes. Now, of course, we have two eyes. That is like saying when you see something, there's a spirit move, whether you are conscious of it or not. We make decisions whether we're going to act on something or not. But there are two eyes here. Now, there is the other thing that I'm also talking about. Could there be an aspect of the waters in the spirit and the spirit in the waters? I am just saying on a numerical value, they matched perfectly. The word waters, and the waters is 5. But of course, when God divided the waters from the waters, if you divide the waters from the waters, that there are two aspects of waters. So waters is 5, two aspects of waters, 5 and 5 would be 10. We could just say that. Okay, so that would be waters. Now we have also seen how waters, the 5 and 5, we have done the numerical value to show how waters and Adam, for instance, 5, and Adam being 1, that would be 6, really showed us being on the 6th day of creation. That's the last thing, or we could say we were the last creation, and everything that God created embodied that embodied what, or we embodied everything God created, or we are an embodiment of everything God created. But what God also did was that He formed us and, of course, breathed into man's nostrils, and we became a living soul. Okay, and not just a whole. Okay, but we are whole. So there we are with the word spirit. Okay, so I'm going back to 46 and sacrifice. This is really, I'm not sure if I'm going how I'm going to end with sacrifice and mirror, but it has given me the opportunity to really pay attention to how our world is structured, we could say. It's as if we, as I say, we go through that birth, because towards sacrifice is really at the end of the sacrifice, or sacrifice entails birthing of something new. So the child is breastfed, that new thing comes, so it's breastfed, there's the sac, it's fed from the sac. But let's look at the word sac. When we do the numerical values for that, if we were to do SAC, which we have done, that equals 5. So we say again that first syllable is like presenting to us in that there's the Eve aspect. Here I am saying that Christ is as if his teaching was, of course, about love, teaching us where do we first learn about love. Our first consciousness of love is from the mother. And so we see that Eve equals 5, and Christ too, of course, equals 5. So Eve equals 5, and Christ also equals 5. There we see that 5 is a representation. Christ had to equal 5 to really carry out his mother's affection here, because everything has to have a direct match or vibration for it to manifest. And that is the beauty of what I've just seen today with the word mirror. Hence, I understand that when we are faced with another person, no matter whatever it is that we are faced with, and whatever meaning we make of that experience we are faced with, that is the mirror we are looking into. That is the mirror. This is Michael Jackson. I'm standing, looking at the man in the mirror. This is it. And of course, by looking at the man in the mirror, we are able to say, I'm asking him to change his ways. This is when we are ready to say, I'm changing now. I am doing something else. Because you understand with the reflection in the mirror, when you start waving as if getting an orientation of yourself, you start waving a hand, then you understand, if I stop waving my hand, then the image that I am looking at stops. And now that to me is very powerful. That means this is in direct correlation with the law of attraction. What you give attention to, that's what grows. So if you are waving, as long as you're waving, that is what you keep vibrating. So if you wave 10 times, you are going to be hitting on that 10. If you wave 20, that is what you're giving life to, and perhaps that 10 goes 10 times 10, because of course the mirror. This is another thing that has just come to me, and it's very, very profound. This is why it is said what we give attention to is what grows. So we may be saying that we are waving our hands 10 times here, but I believe that 10 times is four folds. Oh, this is delicious. Now, this is delicious because I am also now getting this message that this four folds is in direct correlation with the 40 years of the children of Israel in the to the land of Canaan, or 40 days and 40 nights of Jesus fasting. So there we see that four. And basically, I am talking about our north, our south, and our east, and our west. So that's what I believe the mirror is about. The mirror is not just saying, hey, it is telling us that every aspect of our face is taken in consideration. So basically, we may be doing something on this side. We need to understand what we do here has an effect of what happens to our back or to our left or to our side. This to me is very profound. I hope you have enjoyed this because this is right, really, really delicious. And of course, it makes me become very mindful of my actions. It's really like an awakening right now, a reminder that it's not what you do in the dark or what you do in the dark will come to light, because there is another face to it. What you do to the left is also going to be mirrored to the right, but it's also because it's that three vibration. When God bless man, that three, it hasn't stopped. It keeps going, it keeps turning, it keeps spinning, and it depends. And again, this was intuitively done. Perhaps you will see some jagged features to the ends. It's like saying, no matter what comes in my way, I'm ready to slice, I'm ready to hold, I'm ready to connect. And that is what that vibration is about. So God bless man with that vibration. Here we have that M being mirrored here in that M. That M is there depicting that bless. The word bless equals 21. When we do add 2 and 1 together, that gives us 3. So of course, it also comes, is mirrored. The mirror is also mirrored in the dome. So I hope you have found this interesting. For me, this is very, very profound. I hope I have conveyed this in a way that you have understood that what our actions are very, we need to be very mindful of our actions, no matter where we're at, whether we're in the dark or the top or the bottom, but it has got an impact to, it has got an impact to circulate or affect or have an effect on each area of our being. So I leave you with this. Do like and subscribe and share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualize in self-full love. We probably will look at mirror and spirit again, because these are very, very profound teachings for me, which I hope it is for you too. Thank you for watching. Namaste, and spill over with love.